My name's Megan, and my main focus this week was on CSS3 Transitions. Okay, so I did a little bit of a website using CSS3 Transitions to do the riddle challenge between Gollum and Bilbo from Lord of the Rings. I wanted to give the riddles and allow the users to answer it, and then they can hover over it and see what the answer is, if they got it right or if they just want to find out. So I'm going to start with a little bit. This is the website that I have created for it, as you can see. I want to show you my code first, though. Okay. So to begin with, I have all these paragraphs and my divs, which are the important things, honestly, is my div IDs. For each div ID, I did a different CSS code, and this is at the top. So for div answer ID answer 1, right there, I did its own separate thing. The important part of CSS3 transition is that in this answer 1, in this first part, you started off with what you originally wanted to be. So originally, let's see, yeah, the background's brown. Background color is brown. The color is brown, so you can't see the paragraph too. And down here are these two, is the actual transition. So what I want is the background to change. It'll take 2 seconds for the background for it to change. So you type in what you want to change and then the 2 seconds. And I forgot to color. This WebKit transition is specifically for Safari, so it's not actually used on my computer, but it is used on someone who's using Mac or iPhones. And this transitions for my type of computer. Anyway, it's the main one. Honestly, transition is like the general one. The WebKit transition is the unique. So you want transition in every single one you make. Ideally, you want this too, so it works with Safari, but this is the important one. Okay, so I wanted background to change in 2 seconds and color to change in 2 seconds. And this transition timing function, it eases it in. So it starts out slow, and then it gets faster as it gets towards the end. I wanted it to give people time in case they accidentally mouse over it. And let me just show you the other options for this. Okay, so you have ease in, which starts out slow, ease in and out, which starts out slow, goes quickly in the middle, and then slowly ends, and ease out slowly ends. Linear is just, it goes the same speed throughout. All right, and this hover is important because it tells you, okay, I want this to happen when I hover over it. And then so it's going to end, and then within it you want to put the ending. So background, it's going to end on white, and the color of the font is going to end on black. All right, so I'll show you how that works. So this is the one that I was just showing off. So when I hover over it, there's no clicking involved. It just changed color. So the background went from brown to white, and the font color went from brown to black, and it ended there. And when I take my mouse off of it, it'll go right back because the action is hover. Okay, I'm going to skip down to this one, and I am the blue face, and this one I did a little bit more complex. So I'm going to skip down. So it's answer 4, div ID answer 4, the sun. So I wanted to make it look like the sun when I hovered over it. Okay, so answer 4 is right here. So the width of it starts out as 100px, so how long it is. Background color still starts out as yellow. The color of the font starts out yellow, so you can't see it because that's the main part of this program. The border radius is 0%, which makes it just a square. And then, of course, WebKit transition and transition, like I told you about. And I forgot to mess with this because it's not something I see. But if you are on Mac, you do need this, so I want it right. Okay. So I want the color, the width, the height, and the border radius to change. I wanted the border radius change quicker so it could turn into a circle quicker. I thought it would be prettier, so I made it 1 second versus the 2 seconds it takes for these three to change. And so once you hover over it, like it says, it'll change the width to 300, height to 300, color to black so that you can actually see the color of the font, and the border radius to 50%, so it becomes a circle. So it becomes a sun, which is what I was reflecting here. And all this is in the style and is reflected down here in the ID. All right, and I'll just show you once again what that did. And it made it a sun. The answer is the sun. So yes, that is CSS3 Transitions, mainly focusing on something a user does have to do something to make it happen. And of course it can do other things, but I focused on hovering. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful day.